So a lot of you guys requested that I make this video, and I thought, you know what? Why not? I've already ruined a lot of your childhoods. And this feels kind of fitting, considering how insanely popular the Dan Schneider video became, so let's just turn the volume up to 11, why don't we? Before I talk about this, I just wanted to say thank you to all of my new subscribers and the tremendous amount of support that I've received over the last couple of weeks. It was pretty emotional for me, I'm not gonna lie about that. Running a YouTube channel is something that I've always wanted to do, it's always been a goal of mine, and I wish I had started sooner, but here we are. Anyways, thank you all. It means a lot to me. It truly does. For all of you that may be new to the channel, consider clicking that subscribe button down below and turning on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Like most things, I have to tell you guys this stuff, but I do have a Patreon listed down below, and I do stream on Twitch outside of this platform. It's another means to interact with me, and the Patreon's simply there because most of the topics I discuss often get demonetized. You don't have to go there, you don't have to support, but if it's something that you're interested in, I'll have those links posted down below. So based on some pretty obvious things, I have to assume that at this point everybody knows who Drake Bell is. But if by chance you don't, I'll try to sum it up as quickly as I can. Drake Bell is an American singer, songwriter, and actor, and he's also known for voice acting and many other things throughout his career. His acting career first started in the 90s at the age of 5 years old with appearances on Home Improvement. Drake also made appearances in commercials for my personally beloved Pokemon Red and Blue, but most notably, Drake is known for appearances on The Amanda Show and Drake and Josh, both shows which were produced by Dan Schneider and aired on Nickelodeon. Drake also made appearances in the Fairly Odd Parents movie trilogy, which I'm gonna be honest with you, no one asked for this. Listen, I'm sorry if you guys love the Fairly Odd Parents movies, but who wanted that? In addition to actual acting, Drake also voiced Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the Ultimate Spider-Man series on Disney XD, as well as releasing 3 studio albums between the years of 2005 to 2014. There are other outings in Drake's profession that I could have mentioned, but I only wanted to observe the ones that I felt like most people would recognize or were the most noteworthy. So let's go ahead and unpack why we're actually here. On August 11th, 2020, a video by Melissa Lingafelt, otherwise known by her stage name of Jimmy Ono, went viral when she made a statement that she used to live with the alcoholic, abusive Drake Bell. Melissa would later explain that she was just 16 years of age and homeschooled when she started dating Drake Bell, who was 20 years old at the time, just something to make a note of. This is already a problem in my book because it's 100% illegal, and before anybody comes at me in the comments saying that it's just a 4-year age gap, please understand that this is not lost on me. However, Drake was an adult at the age of 20 years old, and Melissa was not. Later, Melissa would issue a follow-up video on the allegations, but I'll let her speak for herself.
I would like to start out with saying that I don't really care if anyone believes me, as this is my story, my life, and something that I went through. It wasn't until recently that I actually realized that abuse isn't something that all women have to go through. When I started dating Drake, I was 16. I was homeschooled, I moved in with him, I was singing. It wasn't until about a year when the verbal abuse started. And when I say verbal abuse, imagine the worst type of verbal abuse you could ever imagine, and that was what I got. It then turned into physical, hitting, throwing, everything. At the pinnacle of it, he dragged me down the stairs of our house in Los Feliz. My face hit every step on the way down. I have photos of this. I don't even want to get into the underage girls thing. I mean, I will, but I'm scared.
Follow up what she had said in the beginning of her clip, it would seem that a lot of people obviously doubt her allegation. However, a lot of what she mentioned in her TikTok video has also been met with a lot of support as well. Following the footage, a number of individuals have decided to speak up as well in support of Melissa. So let's take a look at what some of these individuals had to say. The first text exchange reads as follows. Hi there, thank you for speaking out about Drake Bell. I can personally confirm he had sex with a friend of mine who was 15 years old when he was 20. I sent him this message 2 years ago. I remember you speaking to my friend on the phone after it happened, and you told her he choked you and spit in your face. This was 2006. And Ono replies, I dated him from August 2006 to February 2009. This is the girl he cheated on me with and took his virginity, right? The next message exchange reads, I met Drake in 2007 when I was 16. He was dating you at the time. That didn't stop him from sleeping with my 15-year-old friend, who was a virgin. I believe you, and I'm sorry for what you endured, and what my friend endured, because that was statutory. Fuck everyone who's discounting your story. We know the truth. I'm guessing a lot of women out there know the truth. These were also followed by statements from former ex-girlfriends Peyton Lane as well as Gillian Leos. Peyton's statement reads as follows. Hey Melissa, this is Peyton. I was Drake's girlfriend for 5 years after you. I will stand by your side and back you up as I went through the same horrific verbal, physical, and mental abuse. I want to support you. No one should go through this. No one. And I'm so sorry for what he put you through. There were so many days where I thought Melissa went through this too and she got out. It made me think that I can get out too. This was also followed by an email from Peyton directly to Drake that reads as follows. I wrote you and explained that this is an unhealthy relationship and that I cannot forgive and forget. I needed time and space to put things in perspective. I don't know what you didn't get about all of that. I tried to be civil and not accuse you of anything. I just needed space to think. I was considering inviting you to Palm Springs this weekend so that we could really communicate and see how we could fix this extremely broken relationship. But after seeing that photo you knew I would see, I really don't have any desire to see you, talk to you, or try to make things work. I gave and sacrificed so much for you, and now I just don't care anymore. Leave me alone. I'm going to see Wendy tomorrow. I'm in agony without you, but I don't know how we could make this work. I'm too damaged and I've tried hard to look past the mistakes, but it's almost impossible. I miss watching TV together, currywurst, Disneyland, cuddling with the dogs, etc. That side of you is real and wonderful, but I hate the man who slept with another woman while we were engaged, who lied to my face and cursed at me, told me to fuck off. I hate the man who's verbally abusive and not trustworthy, the man who was rude to my mom, mocked her when he was only trying to help you and give you advice, etc. That part of you is real too. I have fallen in love with Jekyll and Hyde, and I'm in a terrible place. I feel like I'm drowning. Melissa also shared a police report, as well as pages from a journal entry where she wrote down the statements of the abuse that she was receiving from Drake. Taking it just another step further, a Twitter user by the name of Gaia Baby also shared an experience she had with the former Nickelodeon star, and the tweets read as follows. So Drake Bell DM'd me when I was 14 asking for nudes from my friend and I. He was 25 at the time. I obviously never sent any photos, but I gave him my number so that we could FaceTime naked. It never happened, and he deleted every single message after he sent it, so I just had the notifications. He knew how old I was. He still pursued. I thought it was the coolest, funniest thing at the time, and I entertained the conversation because I loved the attention. I thought it was strange, but I didn't see how absolutely disgusting that behavior was at the time. It's so easy to be taken advantage of as a teenage girl. There are so many industries designed to make us hate ourselves and question our worth, leading us to believe our only value is in being sexualized and abused, and it's incredibly normalized. Drake is in fact and I wouldn't doubt for a second that he's an abuser. He's trash, and I wish I had spoken up about this sooner. I wish I still had the screenshots. It's about fucking time we cancel these artists and others who abuse their power like that. Gaia Baby also shared screenshots of a text exchange between herself and Drake Bell, which we will go ahead and take a look at now. In these texts, Drake says, "I would love to be in the middle of your profile pic." And Gaia says, "We would love it too." Drake says, "So hot, would love to be in the middle getting kissed by both." And Gaia says, "Oh, you'd like that." And Drake says, "I would, if that were an actual possibility." Gaia says, "Well, you could always come visit us." And Drake says, "Where is that?" Gaia says, "Upstate New York." Drake says, "If a threesome is a possibility, I'll be there tomorrow." Gaia says, "Is this really Drake?" And Drake says, "Yes." Gaia says, "Well, I'm gonna be with the girl in my pic tonight. You should call or FaceTime us." And Drake says, "FaceTime threesome?" And Gaia says, "Yes." Drake says, "What time? Will there be nudity?" Gaia says, "How about 11 EST? And if you'd like." And Drake says, "I would love to see you two naked. What's your number?" Gaia issues her number and Drake follows this with, "Cool, can't wait to see you naked together. We're gonna have fun." Now, I would like to point out that it seems that some people are of the mindset that just because this young woman is playing into the stuff that Drake was saying, that somehow she was in the wrong, but she brought up a pretty valid point, and I'd have to agree with her myself. If this is real and the proof that she has shown is indeed factual, then Drake was fully in the wrong, and it's not really relevant whether or not she or her friend, or any of the alleged victims for that matter, fed into anything that Drake was saying, because Drake was the adult in the situation. Drake is the person with the power in the situation. Drake is the one with the celebrity status that obviously he can use as influence. And if he was aware at all of the fact that these girls were underage and engaged in any kind of explicit behavior with any of them, no matter what it is, it's illegal, it's immoral, and it's absolutely disgusting. Since all of these statements have come forward, Drake has denied all of the allegations from Melissa, at the very least since her first video. This Johnny Cash, John Mulaney hybrid statement reads as follows. As our relationship ended more than a decade ago, we, unfortunately, both called each other terrible names, as often happens when couples are breaking up. But that's it. Clearly, Melissa still felt close enough to me that just last year that she was comfortable reaching out to ask me to provide her with financial support during a tough time, which I did. I do not know if today's behavior is some kind of misguided quest for money or attention, but I cannot and will not allow these offensive and defamatory allegations go unchallenged, and I am reviewing my legal options. So what are your thoughts on this situation? Do you believe that Drake Bell is actually some level of a creep? Do you believe that he's an alcoholic, abusive guy? Do you think that he has some kind of serious anger issues and that everything that these girls have said is indeed factual? It seems like there's at least some fair amount of proof that he is to some degree a bit of a creep, and by no means with what I'm about to say am I siding with Drake Bell whatsoever. I have no attachments to the guy in any way whatsoever. I feel like we need to see a little bit more from the perspective of Melissa Langefelt, as well as some of the other individuals who've chosen to speak up against Drake. And of course, no matter what, he would deny these allegations one way or the other. I think it's important that at this point, if these allegations are true, if the statements that are being made are indeed factual, this needs to go to law enforcement. We need to see some kind of legal action taking place where we can get a better idea of the full scope of the story and find out how much truth is there and how much truth is not. By no means am I denying Melissa's story whatsoever, but I'm also not the type of person that takes everything at face value. I believe her, but I'd like to see just a little bit more to solidify these statements, to hammer the nail further into the coffin, so to speak. As always, if you guys like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, give it a thumbs down. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as always. I do stream over on Twitch. I'm trying to work things out where I have a schedule. Mostly it's working out where I'm streaming Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, links will be down below. I also have my Patreon link down below. Once again, a lot of this content tends to get demonetized. Every once in a while I get a little bit lucky with it, but you don't have to go and support it, but if it's something that you're interested in doing, I'll post links down below. I'm currently in the process of reworking some of the tier list options. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.